13 reasons why you aren't dating a rich man. Wealthy men are able to attract and effectively court women, spoil them with gifts and luxurious trips to beautiful destinations. As opposed to common belief, thing is, not every successful older man is looking for an arrangement with a sugar baby, and not every attractive young woman is a gold digger just out for his money. In fact, some men genuinely meet and fall in love with young women, and then make them spoiled wives. Men of means are usually cultured and prefer classy women they can take out and show off, a lady in the streets so to speak. With this type of man, less is more. Soft and natural makeup, pencil skirts, the classic little black dress, simple heels, simple hairstyles. And understated jewelry is key to turning the heads of businessmen. Given a rich man's mental conditioning, he will logically assume he is more handsome, more charismatic, and funnier than he really is. It really doesn't matter if he's not, because he continues to get so much attention from the ladies. So if you want these rich businessmen, you have to put in some work. This video will focus on things women do wrong and end up not attracting wealthy men. 1. You are not feminine. It is true, rich men like sexy women who are in shape because they have more options and are less likely to deal with a woman who doesn't invest in her looks. However, a poor attitude, bad manners, and masculine energy are equally unattractive to them. Rich men tend to be masculine alpha males with stressful careers and/or businesses. When away from work, they want to unwind with beautiful and fun women. Femininity is not always just about a pretty face or beautiful body. Being feminine is more than being pretty or sexy, it's a mindset and the energy a woman should possess. Aspects like being sweet, kind, nurturing, quiet, and classy are important. Relax and be a vessel of feminine energy. Let him take the lead. Don't try and outdo your man. 2. You are awkward about his wealth. A rich man wouldn't want to repeatedly hear you mention how rich he is or how much you love dating a rich person. This may make him question your relationship. When you introduce him to your new friends, make sure to tell them to be discreet. If one of them says, "Oh, so you're the rich guy I've heard so much about," it may sound as if this is the only quality on your mind. If he wants to pay for something fancy, let him pay. If he's determined to take you to the opera or a fancy vacation, you don't want to ruin his kind gesture by repeatedly saying how expensive you think it is. This will ruin the romantic mood, and will keep you from enjoying his gesture. 3. You don't try to fit into his lifestyle. While you don't have to mirror his every move, especially if you don't have the funds, it's nice to have shared interests. And to have a better understanding of the world he comes from. And the more you have in common, the more likely your love is to grow. Look the part. Dress to impress as much as you can, even if it means buying discount clothing that makes you look rich. You can easily substitute cubic zirconia for diamonds, buy knockoff purses that look like the real thing, or wait for expensive clothing to go on super sale before you choose the perfect item. Own just a few key fancy items, the rest of your outfit will fall together. Learn rich people hobbies. Try your hand at sports that cater to the wealthy, such as yachting, polo, or tennis. 4. You are not good at anything. Nothing turns a rich man on like a strong woman who is successful in her career or business. The woman who goes for glory piques the most interest. Rich men constantly search for those who they can find their equal or superior. She doesn't have to be rich. Instead, she can be superbly talented in something that he is not, even if it is dancing. 5. You expect him to settle down so fast. Rich men have a larger selection of women thanks to women being more accepting of rich men. You will see 4s go out with 8s all the time and nobody ever bats an eye because it's so common. So don't rush your man into settling down. 6. You seem unsure. Although everybody's time is finite, time is much more precious to a rich person because the dichotomy between time and money is wider. Rich men have less patience for relationship games and long-term courtships. He needs to know whether you want him or not. No mind games as you go off and date multiple men. A rich man has no problem being a friendly suitor who meets up on random occasions. But there is no way a confused woman will ever snag herself a stable rich man. 7. You put all your focus on money. Rich men hope you will still love them even if they have no money. Rich men understand they are attracting more women than normal for their wealth. But every rich man hopes his woman loves him for who he is as a person. Rich men don't want to feel like chumps who have to pay for companionship. As soon as a rich man feels the only reason why a woman is asking him out is so he can pay for dinner and a show, it's game over. 8. You are not a dream chaser. The more you focus on what you want, the more the rich man will want you. 9. You are idle. Most successful men have worked hard to get their fortune, and thus are busy the majority of the time. The time they spend with you will be quality, but unless they are retired, they won't have a lot of it. Therefore, they like for their women to have their own lives. As such, it would behoove you to have several hobbies that enrich your life. Not only will it make you mysterious to a potential suitor, it will give you something interesting to talk about. A rich man worries his woman will smother him if they get too close. 10. You don't take care of yourself. Because rich men have more selection, they tend to gravitate towards better-looking, fitter women. The one thing every person can do is work on their fitness. There's a big fear from men that once he marries his woman that she will chop off all her hair and let herself go. Don't let your man fear such a thing by eating healthy and maintaining a workout regime that's beyond his own. When a woman asks a rich man to see whether he'd like to join her at the gym, deep down the rich man is beaming with joy. 11. You do not show interest in his business. A man wants to marry a woman who cares about where their money is coming and going. After all, the man has spent all of his post-secondary education life working on a career or business that made him rich. It's vital to understand what he does for a living and check in every so often to ask how things are going. There is always some new deal or initiative on his plate that he'll love to share. Rich men always think they'll bore their women to death with business talk, so they don't mention anything related. Take interest in the source of his wealth and you will go farther than any other woman. 12. You don't hang out in rich people joints. We tend to end up with people who roam our environment. Pilots date stewardesses, cooks date waitresses, and doctors date nurses. You want to go to these spots solo or with one like-minded friend. A man is less likely to approach a group of women. Every major city has a popping downtown business district or upper-class part of town where there are nice steakhouses, museums, hotel restaurants, and cigar bars. You'll walk in looking amazing, get a seat at the bar or a quiet corner table, and prepare yourself to act as the snack and the meal. After you order an appetizer, get yourself a girla drink like a Cosmopolitan, Amaretto Sour, or a Mojito and open a book to keep your attention while you become someone else's. Never get drunk and watch the bartender prepare your drink, especially if a gentleman offers to buy you one. Attend charity events, volunteer programs, or opening night galas. Rich men love to network while supporting a cause. 13. You not well versed financially. Nothing is more attractive than a woman who has a strong command of her finances. The more a woman cares about her own financial well-being, the less the man has to worry. This is even though he easily could provide for everything.